What's up? What's up, everyone? Um, Welcome to another episode of Nothing But Rip. Man, happy Tuesday. Just getting started in the week. But October is right around the corner. October is right around the corner. It's crazy. It's crazy how fast this year flew by. I mean, once October hits, it's 2026 already. Like it's a wrap. Get your might as well get your resolutions ready. You know, um. But it's just crazy. It's just crazy how fast time flies. I feel like the older you get, the faster time goes. I don't know why it's just weird like that. Um, but yeah, yeah, we're moving along. We're moving along, adapting to new type of this new journey, I guess you could say I'm on. Um, but yeah, I mean, it's uh it's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy that just how 2026 is literally around the corner. Literally around the corner. My daughter, she just started school, so just adapting to, that change and, it feels like yesterday, like I was rocking her to sleep. She was just a little baby, but yeah, man, it's crazy. Shout out to all my parents out there. Um, the struggle of dealing with them getting older and how fast time goes. Time doesn't wait for nobody. But yeah, um, we're gonna do a little recap of week three in football. If you watched week one, I made our picks. I made my picks for week three, so I think we did all right. There's a lot of close games that could have gone either way. But but yeah, man. I mean, thank God for sports, for real. Thank God for sports. I don't know. I don't know where this world would be if it wasn't for sports. Um, I think it would be a lot more chaotic than, you know, what it is now. And as you all know, the world is pretty chaotic, no matter how you look at it, you know, no matter how you look at it, it's just it's just weird times right now that we're living in. Um, but yeah, I mean, like I said, like I'm gonna try not to get into, you know, all that. I'm gonna just, you know, try to keep it light, but it's hard not to acknowledge, what's going on right now. But yeah, I mean, if it wasn't for sports, I don't know, this world would be in a lot more, I don't know, a lot more shit, a lot more shit. Uh, Pardon my French, but yeah, it's crazy because like I've heard people say, oh, like sports is just a distraction from like, what's really going on, and it's just so they could distract you. But I don't know. I think it's a good distraction sometimes. Like, I think I'd rather see the Raiders lose than watch, whatever else is going on in the world. Like, I could deal with that. I could deal with that. And yeah, like it's good to be aware of what's going on and aware of like I guess, world events or what's going on in our society and but at the end of the day, I think it's just about, just focusing on you. I think you just got to focus on yourself sometimes and, you know, push through whatever you got going on and, keep moving towards your next level. Like I think that's all we could do at the end of the day. No matter what, no matter what type of situation you're in, no matter what type of, you know, I guess lifestyle you have, like, at the end of the day, all we could really do is just, you know, try to be, I guess, better people. Like that's really what it's about. Um, and not really, and not get distracted on, what's going on in the world because you really can't control that. You really can't control all that. You really can't control what's going to happen, or you really can't control who's going to do what, or, you know, what's going to happen next. Like all you can really control is what, goes on around you, what you have going on, and, the decisions that you make and, um, you know, your surroundings. Like, that's really all you can control at the end of the day, is trying to be, that person that you see yourself being, you know. I know I'm going on off on this weird tangent, but I don't know. I think I guess that's just what came into my head. But but yeah, that's what the show's about. It's just nothing but rip. And sometimes I'm gonna get off on a different type of rip sometimes, um but yeah, thank God for sports for real, because yeah, it could get pretty ugly out there, and if that's all we had, if all we had was just to see the ugliness of this world, because it seems like that's all that gets put out there. Obviously, like there are good things in this world and good people in this world, and that's um like that's what makes this world what it is. But it just seems like what we get fed is just a lot of negativity. And maybe that's just because, like, maybe that's what there's more of. I don't know. Like, I don't know the ratio, but yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, like, you just got to focus on yourself, like for real. You know, if this is a distraction to you, if I'm distracting you right now, like, you know, by all means, like, get back to what you need to do. Um, like I said, like I'm just doing this just because, like, it's just always been something that I've wanted to do, and I don't know, like I feel like I've always wanted to put, I guess my thoughts out there or whatever, and just see where it goes or something like that. I mean, but yeah, I mean, if you need to do something, if you need to get back to whatever you're doing, please get back to whatever it is, and you could, I guess, watch this when you're free. But if you have time, then for sure, I appreciate it. I appreciate you watching. I appreciate you, I guess, supporting this journey I'm on. Um, all of you that are watching and all of you that have, like I said last time, all of you that have shown me the support. It's really cool. It's really cool because, um, yeah, I think um, it's just something that uh, I've always had in my head as an idea. But yeah. Other than that, you know, we have we have a cool week, a good week to look forward to. I guess as far as sports wise, um, you know, it was a good week in football. Football's heating up. Like I said, a lot of close games this past week. Um, and as you can see, I am a big sports fan. If for those that don't know me, I have been playing golf for a while. I started when I was like think like 10 or 11 years old. So I've been playing since I was little. And it's always kind of been something that's been a part of my life. I just played growing up. I played in high school. Um, it would have been cool to play in college, but unfortunately didn't get the chance to do that. But yeah, I mean, it's just been cool to kind of see uh the evolution of golf, like, because when I started playing and even growing up, like it was nowhere near what it is now. Like golf was still considered, that uh boring game and just a game for, rich people or old people, no offense to you know, my old folk out there, but um yeah, I think it's been pretty cool to see, what it's become and, a lot more popular. Like everybody I know plays golf. It's crazy. It's crazy. Like the people, it's funny because the people that would say, "Oh, like that's just a boring game," or like, "I don't know if I could do that," they're the ones probably getting out there the most. Like it's funny. It's funny. Like they probably get out there more than I do. But it's cool to see though. It's cool to see. It's cool to see what it's got to and where it's going. Obviously we have like a lot of influential golfers out there, and I think the whole just social media movement has kind of taken it to a next level. You have like YouTube golf, a lot of YouTube um, golfers, influencers that have made it a lot more enjoyable in a sense. I mean, obviously, like the the professionals are who they are. They're still the best players in the game. And even that even that is enjoyable in itself. But yeah, it's cool. I mean, I think, well, I don't know who who's seen this, but you got LeBron James starting to get in it. I guess he's getting ready for retirement. So yeah, I think that is gonna just make it even more popular. Um, so yeah, shout out to all my golfers out there. Shout out to all my golf fans out there. Um, it's exciting to see where it goes. Um, so yeah, we got the Ryder Cup coming coming up this week. So that should be pretty exciting. Hopefully Scheffler and the guys can bring it home. Um, I think Europe took it last. So for those of that don't know or even know what's going on with that, it's just like a USA versus Europe type of deal in golf. They have this thing called the Ryder Cup, and it happens every 2 years. So yeah, we'll see how it turns out. So that should be pretty cool. And then we have the playoff race in baseball. You know, is heating up, getting down to the wire. So um, Dodgers, they clinched their playoff berth. So we'll see who we get matched up with in the wild card. Um, Anything can happen in the playoffs. Postseason baseball is always always exciting. So yeah, a lot of good stuff to look forward to. A lot of good stuff to look forward to. So hopefully hopefully with all that, and we could just end this year on a good note, in some way, and go into 2026, uh with some good stuff going on. But yeah, um let's get into those picks. Like I said, I think we did pretty good. I think let's see, I had So I had the Bills, Bengals, Jaguars, Colts, Raiders, Eagles, Falcons, Steelers, Packers, Bucks, Chargers, Seahawks, Cowboys, Cardinals, Chiefs, and Ravens. So to kick off week three, we had the Bills and the Dolphins. So we got that one. Bills took that one. Um, Dolphins Dolphins put up a good fight, you know. It was a pretty close game. But yeah, the Bills took that. They're looking they're looking really good right now. Um, they're one of the undefeated teams left. And then we had the Bengals and the Vikings. Man, that was that was pretty surprising. Carson Wentz, he came in and did his thing. Um, both quarterbacks were out in that game, so it was a battle of the backups. But Carson Wentz, he did. The Vikings took that one pretty good. I had the Bengals, so uh, that was a that was a miss right there. Um, and then we had Jaguars and Texans. Pretty close game. I had the Jaguars in that one, and they were able to take it 17-10. Man, Texans starting out 0-3. That's crazy. That's crazy. But yeah, we'll see if they could bounce back and get it going. But yeah, Jaguars took that one at home. And then you had the Colts and the Titans. Man, Colts are another undefeated team. They took that one on the road in Tennessee. I had the Colts in that one, so um, yeah, Colts might be that sleeper team. I think they got a pretty tough game coming up this week. Um, but yeah, watch out for them. Watch out for the Colts. Danny Dimes, Jonathan Taylor's looking like a monster. So yeah, they're a team to watch out for sure. Um, and then we have the Commanders and the Raiders. Man, that was a that was a tough one to watch. But I'm gonna still represent my Raiders either way. Um, but yeah, Commanders took that one 41-24. Man, I think overall our team was not looking good that game. Um, Raiders were not looking good at all. Special teams, defense, got that O line needs to tighten it up a little bit, but yeah, Commanders took that one, so missed that one. And then we had the Rams and Eagles. That was a great game. That was a great game. Could have been the game of the week for sure. Um, I had the Eagles taking that one. Uh, but it could have gone either way. I mean, that finish that finish was crazy. I think they had two blocked field goals towards the end. So, um, but the Rams are looking good. The Rams are looking good. They're they're not a team to count out. That's for sure. Um, they're looking good. The Eagles just turned it around in the second half and found a way to take it. So, they took that one. They're undefeated as well. So, yeah, but both teams, those are two teams that should be right there in the end for sure. Still early in the season, but um, definitely two of the top teams. And then we have the Panthers and the Falcons. I had the Falcons, but man, the Panthers they man they shut them out. They shut the Falcons out 30-0. Um, I don't think Penix was on top of his game that game, and I think the Panthers just took advantage. Um, so yeah, I mean, we'll see if the Falcons could bounce back. I think they still got a good team. I think they still got a good team, good young squad. Um, I don't know what they're gonna do with Cousins and Penix, but yeah, I think they could bounce back in week four. But good win by the Panthers. Good win by the Panthers. Um, I'm sure that'll give them a good little spark. So yeah, I had the Falcons, so we missed that one. And then we had we had the Steelers and the Patriots. Um, the vet against the young QB. And man, Rodgers was able to do his thing. Oh, it was a close game, but the Steelers were able to they're able to come out with that one. Um, so we'll see if Rodgers can keep on doing it. We'll see if Rodgers can keep on being being Rodgers. Man, it's crazy. It's crazy. It's cool to see though. It's cool to see him doing his thing in his potential last year. So yeah, we took that one. Took that one. And then we had the Packers and the Browns. Man, I think I said it like the Browns are I don't know why, but for some reason they're always that team to, spoil a good thing going on. But yeah, the Browns took that one in another close game, another uh, game-winning field goal. A lot of game-winning field goals this week. A lot of game-winning field goals. A lot of close games that could have gone either way, but yeah, the Browns took it. Browns took it, 13-10. Um, so we missed that one. But the Packers, I think I think they'll be there. They'll be there in the end. They'll be one of the top teams. I think they got a really good team. I think they just missed on a lot of opportunities in that game, and the Browns took advantage of it. But yeah, Browns took that one, and then we had Jets and Buccaneers. That was a really good game. Really good game. They're going back and forth. Um, Probably one of the one of the uh funniest highlights this past week. I don't know if you guys saw, but um the Jets blocked a field goal, and their special team coach uh he was running down the sideline. He had a little dance. It was pretty funny. It was pretty funny, but the Bucks, they came back. Baker, I think he's I think all their wins have been comebacks. Um, so they remain undefeated. They took that one 29-27 in a close one. So I had the Bucks in that one, so we took that one. Um, and then we had Broncos and Chargers. That was a close game as well. Game-winning field goal by the Chargers. Yeah, they were able to slip away with that one, but the Chargers are looking really good. Chargers are looking really good. Overall, they got it going overall. Like Herbert's looking at the top of his game. Their defense is looking really good. Um, so yeah, they took that one against the Broncos. But I think the Chargers, they might, they might be that team. They might be that team. So yeah, we took that one. I had the Chargers in that one, and then then we had Seahawks and Saints. Man, the Seahawks, they uh, they beat the Saints down pretty good. I think they were up like 38 to something in the first half, 38 to like 7 in the first half. Um, yeah, Darnold, he's looking like he's getting comfortable. Um, I mean, the Saints, they uh they got a lot of work to do, but yeah, it was a good win by the Seahawks. Win by the Seahawks at home. So yeah, I had the Seahawks in that one. Then we had Bears and Cowboys, probably with the most surprising win. Um, Bears, they were able to bounce back against the Cowboys at home. Um, yeah, they took care of the Cowboys pretty good. I had the Cowboys in that one, but yeah, I mean, it looks like Williams, he was able to dial in, with their new offensive or their new head coach, the former offensive coordinator with for the Lions. Um, so we'll see if they could keep it going. You know, they have a solid team. They have a solid team. So yeah, probably the biggest bounce back for sure because they took a tough L first week on Monday night against the Vikings, and then got uh got their butts handed to them against the Lions. So yeah, they were able to bounce back. So good win by the Bears. Good win by the Bears. Shout out to all my Bears fans out there. Um, and then we had the Niners against the Cardinals. Another game-winning field goal from the Niners. I had the Cardinals in that one, so that was another miss. Um, yeah, um, yeah, they took that one for sure. Um, Mac Jones came in and did his thing. Um, their defense is looking really good, but but yeah, that game could have gone either way. Cardinals running back, I think he had a pretty bad injury, so we'll see how they look moving forward. But 49ers undefeated, so you can't take that away from them. Um, so yeah, we'll see how both teams do moving forward. And then we had Sunday night Chiefs Giants. Um, I had the Chiefs. I just didn't see them going 0-3. Um, and yeah, you know, they took that one. Uh, it looked like they weren't letting Russ, get in a good rhythm. And yeah, and it looks like the Giants are gonna be putting Dart in there, so um, I think Giants fans are excited about that. But yeah, Chiefs were able to get their first win of the season. So that's the thing about the Chiefs, man. You can never count them out. Can never count them out. Um, so we'll see. We'll see how they do moving forward. And then we have Monday night to wrap up week 3. Lions and Ravens. That was a really good game. Really good game. I had the Ravens, but the Lions, man, they had like two 95 plus yard drives. So that really just took the Ravens out of their rhythm. Goff was able to do his thing, and you know, it just looked like Lamar just couldn't get it going. A um, big fumble by Henry. So yeah, Lions took it. Lions took it. So that might have been what they needed. You know, Lions they're the other team that you can never count out. So yeah, really good week 3. Really good week 3. Let's see, we got one, two, three, four, five, six, 7, 8, 9. So I got nine picks right. One, two, three, four, 5, 6, 7. 7 picks wrong. So I went 9-7. 9-7. Um. So yeah, I think we'll probably just keep a running record. I think that's what we can do and see how we end up, at the end of the year. Um, but yeah, it's starting to heat up. Starting to heat up. We got a lot of good teams left. A lot of good teams still, and I don't know. I think I think top five right now. Top five top five teams are probably I would go Colts at five, Lions at four, Chargers at three, Bills at two, and Eagles at one. Um, I think the Colts. Let's see what the Colts have coming up. Uh, so the Colts have the Rams coming up. So that's going to be a good test right there for the Colts. Like I said, the Rams are a really good team. They're a really good team. They gave the Eagles a good run. That game could have gone either way. So yeah, but I have the Colts at five right now. They're undefeated. So you got to give them that credit. And I think they're the best out of the other undefeated teams. I think the Bucks and the Niners. I think they're better right now than those teams. And the Lions. I think the Lions have a really good team. The Chargers are looking really, really good. Like I said, Herbert, he's on top of his game right now. The Bills, they're looking pretty tough. They're putting up some good numbers. I think they're probably averaging around 35 points, 35 points. And then the Eagles, I think they're still that team. They're still that team to beat. So, yeah, we'll see how week four turns out. Um, I think on the next episode we'll do week four picks. We'll do a little preview. Um, and see what else we got going on. Um, let's see when the Ryder. I think the Ryder Cup starts on Friday. I believe it starts on Friday. For all my golfers out there, um, let's see. What's the schedule? So yeah, it starts on Friday. First match is on Friday. So yeah, we'll see how that turns out. I think the U.S. has a pretty good team right now. Um, but those Europeans, they're always tough. They're always tough. And then yeah, and then playoffs and baseball right around the corner. Um, and we'll see how that turns out. Uh, but yeah, man, I think um I think that would do it for episode three. Like I said, thank you for watching. Thank you for all the support. Keep on you know keep on supporting. I really appreciate it. Really appreciate it. If subscribe to my YouTube channel. Like, follow, share, comment. Um, you know, I really appreciate all the love for sure. But but yeah, I'll think I'll wrap it up there. Like I said, if you guys have any feedback, any recommendations, I think I got one or two, so I'll be getting I'll be getting on those soon. Um, but yeah, if you guys want to drop a drop a message on on Instagram or anything like that, feel free to do so. Um, and yeah, we'll see what kind of rip we got going on, next time. But yeah, back to the whole focus on you thing, just keep pushing, just keep pushing for real. If whatever you got going on, whatever situation you're in, or whatever type of, you know, whatever whatever you got going on in your life, just keep pushing. We're in the home stretch of 2025, so make it you know make the last of it count, make the last of it count for sure. And yeah, we're gonna keep this thing rolling, and I'll see you on the next one. That's been nothing but Rit. See you guys later.